Okay, now I'm live. Okay. I was just talking and I hadn't even hit the live button. Sorry. Oh my goodness. This light. That'll be better. Hey, Miss Mary, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you are doing all right. I gotta go to my pain and management tomorrow. I'm praying for you. All right, well, thank you, Miss Mary, and I hope your doctor's appointment go well. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if y'all can see. No, I think my hair have grown too long. Where you can see a little bit right here, it's right up there. 6 staples. I don't know if y'all can see them, but yeah, can't wait to get them out so I can get my hair cut. Yeah. Well, y'all able to see them, Big Town? I don't know if you can see them or not, but they right up there. Yeah, I know. Well, glad to see you, Miss Mary. Yep, crack my nugget. Oh, you can see them. Okay. Yeah, man. Make my head itch. Oh, I guess I better leave that alone before I snag one. Does it hurt? Yeah. I still got a knot here that hurts, and then it hurts if I press on it too hard. But yeah, I can't. I didn't realize I got like 2 days to get the stitch. I mean, get the staples out. Good to see you. I hate what happened to you. Yeah, yeah, Miss Mary. Me too. But at least I made it through it, and I'm here. If it's itching, that means it's healing. Usually, yeah, it is. It's they said if it's start itching, that means it's healing. So I was hoping to get some of that stuff that Vivian was talking about. Oh, y'all hit that thumbs up button for me, okay? Mm, yeah, she was. I think she's. I'm gonna have to look back at that video and see what she called it. Bio oil. I think that's what she said. Bio oil. She said it'll help it that itching and keep it from scarring too much. Because I definitely don't want no scar that close to my, you know, if it was up here somewhere, I wouldn't worry because you wouldn't be able to see it. But it is what it is. Let me see. Did anybody did anybody watch that video? I know Lovely said she couldn't do it, and Lena said she couldn't watch the video either. Leave it be. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it be. But it just itch. I guess I better do like I told y'all, like the women that have weave, how they pat their head when it itch. I have to pat it lightly. Oh boy. So yeah, I came on. I came right on back home and took a shower, and crawled back in his bed. Let's see. Let's see what I'm gonna find to read while y'all chit chat. Let me see. Dadgummit, I forgot to go and look at ZX and his gums. I know you seen it, B Town. Did you? How was it, B Town? Was it funny? I know you laughed. Oh my goodness. Let's see where my dog's barking. They would wait until I'm. Mm, 1 minute, John. Go to this. Oh, Duchess have it. Somebody told me that I bet had a good picture of it, but I just when I got home, I just got so jumped in the shower and got out the shower, tried to eat a little something, and I didn't even get a chance to look at it. But oh yeah, I'm gonna look at it. I want to see that. Oh, why is my dog barking? They would wait until I'm on the phone and then start barking. I'm probably going to fall asleep because I spent the entire day dressing my cut out Christmas cookies. Started at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. How many cookies did you make? I'm exhausted. I bet you are exhausted. My goodness. Let me try to find. I have to learn how to turn this. uh, Turn this volume, this noise off. Give me a chance. This is sound. Um, Shoot, I figured it out last night. I just couldn't figure it out. Oh, maybe that was it. I think that's it. Hey, Nadia, how you doing? Let's see. Okay, 6 dozen, but I decorate by hand. No gadgets or bags. Oh, okay. My goodness. Wow, that's a lot of cookies. Uh, And you say Christmas cookies. You getting a good head start, ain't you? Or are they gonna eat all of them on Thanksgiving? Oh, okay, head start. Okay, okay, got you. Yeah, y'all hit that thumbs up while I'm looking for a good story. Mickey, Mickey. Nadia, I think I was showing them uh, where my staples at. I don't know if you can maybe see them right here. It's itching up a storm. I always hit up. Thank you, Miss Mary. Thank you, thank you. Okay, always hit up. Your hair, it does, and I need a haircut so bad. But and then they had to take some scissors and cut my hair out. I knew you'd be start scratching. Yes, I was like tap tap tap. Mm-mm. But if I hit too hard, I feel these this pain be in it. So yeah, I'm not gonna hit it too hard. Mickey, my baby. Mickey and Love Blake was gonna catch a plane. Yep, indeed. All right. Just be ready to start. Nadia, you still working? Byron, yeah, I know you probably sleep, but that's okay. There's many people that falls asleep while they in here. She sure Love Blake was the word. Yeah, and you know what? I didn't know that she was that word because she didn't uh, she didn't really respond. Um, so I should have known that she was upset. Hey Ben Snicker, how you doing? Glad to see you. Yeah, so I should have known she was upset, but I didn't know she was mad enough to catch a plane. She said her husband told her, "Calm down, honey." Oh, you resting? Okay, okay. Well, good. Yeah, I came home, took a shower, grabbed me something to eat, and jumped in the bed and say, "Okay, let me get ready." I'll read a few stories before anything happening in YouTube streets. Okay, this the title of this one is oh, there might be some new people. The name of these books that I'm reading from is called Torch, and that stands for Tales of Remarkable Courage and Hope. And these stories are there's 20 ovarian cancer survivors. Uh, well, at this time, some of them are not here. It gives their story of when maybe before, during, and after they were. Hey, TC, how you doing? I was busy gearing up for Black Friday sales on the website. Oh, well, were you not? All right then. Shoot, sounds good. These stories of, their stories of how they dealt with uh, being diagnosed with ovarian cancer uh, before they found out, leading up to getting the diagnosis, and then afterwards. Uh, and some of them um, up to death. Oh, I did ask the question. Did any of y'all see the video that I posted of the white couple that her wife died of ovarian cancer. It was short. I think it was about 20-minute video of what she did was they recorded from the time that she found out she had ovarian cancer, um, all the way up to her death. She died at home too. Hey, Slappy. Yeah, I'm feeling better, Slappy. Thank you. I appreciate it. You didn't see it? Okay, yeah, it's on. I posted it. It's on. Is it on my wall? Did I post it on my wall? I can't remember. Um, I don't know. Somebody that may have seen it. Um, some I forgot who said they seen it. Sorry, I didn't know you were on. Oh, yeah, I'm on. Hey, Lena. Lena, did I post that video on my community page, or where did I post it? I can't remember. It's on my wall. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, hit in the head. Couldn't remember where I posted, but yeah, um, it was it was well, to me, I know to most people, they wouldn't consider it a nice video, but I mean it's having to do with that. But it is educational. I feel that it's educational. It was on my community wall. Okay, um, because you can. There was what was it? Nisi, the what was it? Oh, I can see the word, but her name Nisi. Uh, she did. She commented, and she definitely hit the nail on the head. It was something you could learn a lesson from, and like she said, one of the lessons is that um, your body is just a house for your soul until it's time for you to go wherever you're going. It's definitely that, just a house. And she even said, Nisi had said, it's a lesson that she learned. Oh, y'all see that bruise? I guess I got hit. I guess I got hit. I don't know. I just realized I had it a couple of days ago. Um, but she said it made her think, and she thinks instead of having the traditional funeral, she thinks she's going to, you know, uh, not have a funeral, just be cremated. And I feel that way too. I mean, that's just my opinion. Look, now Love Lake, she's not here yet. Um, it's so a waste of money to me. To me, it is. Um, Reason being because you know, yeah, and some people want somewhere. I don't think so. You don't think so? Um, some people say, well, your family have somewhere to go. Go to your grave site, and sit there and talk or whatever. That was a mistake. What was a mistake, Lena? Um, I just look at it like I like that. I mean, death is not discussed as it should be. Yeah, and that video is very educational. That's why I say it's educational, because it allows you to see. I mean, I, I wouldn't have believed it until I had to deal with these deaths. So, everybody's not going to agree with me, but that is nothing. I mean, it's to be scared of, and you have to get used to it. I spoke to Love Blake. She's not here. My eyes were playing tricks on me. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, she's not here. Uh, Wendy Williams is going through dementia. Oh, really? I'm praying for that lady. It's heartbreaking. Oh, poor thing. She's young. Wow. But I was just reading that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's sad. And that's I have a great story about death I would love to share. Yeah, Slappy, come on up here before I read this story. I could always read story, um, but yeah, it's educational. It can be for some people. It's scary for some. It was scary for me, at, until I had to deal with B's death. But I guess I didn't have a choice, and I had to pray for strength and to be able to. Ashes can now be made into charms. Yeah, yeah. And see what being cremated. I mean, not have not having to pay all that money for a funeral. Hey, Joanna, how you doing? You tell I'm gonna snatch all your honey. Um, you know, um, I know some people liked the traditional funeral, so you can go out to the gravesite and sit there and talk. And I do it to my mother, um, but then I just realized that they're not there. They're not out. They're not there. There's when B's spirit left. Wow, I was standing next to her when her spirit left her body, and after that, it was just a shell. I realized why do I want to spend all that money? Why do I want people going out to the grave site? I'm not there. My spirit is not there. B was the same way. She um she told her sister to tell me, stop going out to the gravesite at the military funeral, the cemetery. She said she's not there. She said, tell her I'm not there. She can talk to me at home. I want to be sprinkled in the ocean. Yeah, yeah. Something like that. Sprinkle me on my weight equipment. I love you too, Joanna. Yeah, sprinkle me on my weight equipment or something. But I'm not going to be at the gravesite. So why you drive? For me, she was like, why drive all the way to San Antonio to go out to the military gravesite, sit there and talk to me when you could talk to me at home every day, all day, some of the time. You know, I even tap you on your shoulder every once in a while and then flick the lights so you know it's me. So, uh, Lena, I want Niagara Falls. Yeah, you see, that would be nice. Oh, well, let me see what. Lord, you a trip. Sprinkle on your weight. On my Mustang. Yeah, sprinkle on my Mustang. Put it on the inside. You say not weight equipment. Sprinkle cheese. Yeah, sprinkle it on my Mustang. Yeah, I don't waste time going out there. Hey,
Hello.
hello. This is I love
Good
that.
evening.
Because,
I'm
yeah,
glad you're feeling better.
yeah, yeah. I am. Thank you, thank you. I'm
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So like when my grandmother had passed away from breast cancer, and I was about 10 years old at the time, and
Mhm.
and my mom her last like few days she was in the hospital, and
Mhm.
and she knew she was going to die, and like a day before she passed, she would keep waking up out of a sleep and reaching out and telling um family members that had passed on before her. She kept saying, "No, wait, wait, don't leave me. I'm coming with y'all." And then, she would come to and realize that, she was dreaming, or I believe, those people that went on before her was visiting her and to, help her cross
Right.
over.
Yeah.
And so like the day she passed, um, my mom saw her and spoke to her and everything. And then my mom left to go get a tattoo. She went and got a tattoo of a rose with my grandmom's name on it. And as she was getting the tattoo, my grandmother was slipping away at the same time. So when she gets back to the hospital, and she gets off the elevator, she said she could feel, and she said she just froze, and she could see straight into my grandmother's hospital room, and she said, it was daytime and the sun was shining through, and she saw a crowd, like a big group of people in the room, like their silhouettes
Mhm.
and whatnot. So she thought a lot of family had came and was in there, when she was passing away. And then the nurse touched her shoulder, and she said it made her jump. And the nurse told her, "Oh, she's gone now." And my mom told her, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know, or whatever. I could feel it." And my mom said, soon as she looked back at the room and went inside the room to, see her mother again before they would take her away. She said all of a sudden when she got in the room, there was only two people in the room. My grandmother was on the bed, and deceased, and my mother's twin sister was sitting down in the room. But my mom had saw that crowd full of people in the room in the sun shining through, and she still to this day believe it was angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she believes that it was a bunch of, those were angels,
Yeah.
and family members that passed on before her,
Mhm.
helping her cross over. Some people don't believe in, the spiritual afterlife and stuff. A lot of people don't believe in it, but I think sometimes God shows us stuff to let us know that there is something else after this. Like all of
Mhm.
our energy and the essence of who we are. It never dies. Or, energy, it can't die. It only can be, manipulated or, transformed. But, I think, yeah, there's another side, afterlife. And yeah, and
Yeah.
and so I was watching, I believe it was the Discovery Channel, a
Mhm.
couple months back, and they were talking about ghosts and stuff, and they had stuff on camera. The lady had her camera, her, like when you have your cameras, your doorbell camera or whatever, the ring
Mhm.
camera on the doorbells. So she had
Yeah.
that up, and her mother was dying, and taking, the doctor told her, she would be dying, she'll be gone real soon. So she wanted to be at home, pass away at her house. So, and her daughter and her brother was with her, and they were, with her in those last days. But 24 hours before she passed away, it got caught on a camera. You see a man, a silhouette of this man, and he has like a big belly, and he goes and he sits on a little swing, the swing chair or whatever, that people have
Mhm.
on their porches. I mean,
Yeah.
you can see him walk over to it and sit down on it and started rocking in it. And she said she when her mother was taking her last breaths, she opened her
Hey,
eyes for a
Victoria.
moment and she said, "Your father is here." And she said, and she smiled, and then she died peacefully. And she said that was most definitely her father coming to bring his wife, and help her over to the other side. And she said that, you can clearly see, the man, her father or whatever. And yeah, your family member shapes and stuff,
Mhm.
you ain't even gotta see their face, but you can, you see a family member off distance and you see their silhouette and you know who it is. And she said that was most definitely her father. And they talk about that a lot with spirits coming like really close to the end of your life. A spirit
Yeah.
will come and try to I guess to help you over
Help you cross.
cross over or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't know if these seen any. I can't remember, but it seemed like, hey, Victoria, uh, I think it seemed like B. I remember her sister saying something about her grandfather because she was close to her grandfather and her grandmother. Well, she had one grandmother that they would say she was mean as hell, and I don't think she wanted B wanted her to be there to cross over, help her cross over. Her mother passed not too long ago, and her father had been deceased for a long time. But yeah, but she's talking about that grandmother. She didn't need to come. She could stay wherever she was.
Well,
Whatever. Yeah, so they do
my
see her.
mom, Mama
Yeah.
Slappy said to me before, because some people believe in, the afterlife and then reincarnation, and I was like, well, hell, I don't want to be reincarnated and have to, live it all over again. And she was like, well, if that's how it works, and you have to relive life with those same souls, but you're just in different bodies, then I
Hmm.
pray to God that I don't have the same mother that I had in this life. My goodness. Oh, she don't want nothing. As much as she loves him, she don't want that for a mama no more. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. Y'all remember Joanna? That's
Oh,
who.
hello, Joanna, and thank
Yeah.
you for subscribing.
There's Joanna. Yeah. Hmm. Let me see what. Let me see what. Because I know TC says some funny stuff up here. Let's see, and Nadia did too. Let me check this. Oh, TC said, "I want to have a marching band precede me. I want the band to play. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. No funeral. I want to have a party on Ellis Island where the Statue of Liberty resides." Yeah,
Okay,
shoot.
come on now.
Yeah, shoot. And Ben Stinker wants to. She wants to be sprinkled in Niagara Falls. I know that's right.
Come on, Niagara Falls. That
Lita
that
told me
that
to it'll
waterfall was so beautiful, but it
sprinkle
was
me
so
on the
scary at the same time.
Mustang. Let's see, TC, that would be nice. Yeah. Nadia said not the weight equipment. This let's see, say B Town said now leave the lights alone. Yeah. Remember B told B told the guy, um I don't know, some of y'all remember, but I never believed in meteors and what they call psychics and all that. I never believed in that. I couldn't figure out how that could be real, um,
Yeah,
until
I
until it probably was like 6 months after B had passed away, and my sister had gone to a meeting, and she had told me about it. And they have in Dallas, they have this great big building, and they have like 200 mediums, psychics, or whatever you want to call them. And you pay $25 to go in, and they just tell you to walk around until you get the feeling, I get, which
Mhm.
one you want to, go to. And so we walked around for a while, like probably two or three times. And my sister stopped at this one particular one. And because it was so many of them, I just went to the one she went. Well, she went, and she talked about my mom, and so when she finished, I walked up to the guys. Okay, granted, it was cold. It was like in November or something. So I had on jeans. I had a sweatshirt on, and I had
Mhm.
a hoodie on. Okay, so I walked up to the table, and the guy stopped me. He said, wait a minute, wait a minute. You're coming here for who?" And I told her, my wife, and I didn't tell her her name or anything. And he said, oh, he said she wanted me to tell you. And when he said that, I looked at the man like, don't tell me he gonna start already. I ain't said nothing. I ain't haven't even sitting down. I ain't told you her name or nothing. And he said to me, um, she wanted me to tell you that she appreciate the tattoo you got and remembers of her.
Oh,
Now, you know, I almost shit a brick and passed out at the same time because I did get a tattoo. And I told you it was winter time, and I had on sweat a long sleeve sweatshirt. There's
right,
no he knew. There's no way he couldn't have seen this tattoo.
right.
And
Yeah,
I was I was blown away.
and
I
that is
I
awesome.
I sat there and I was like, this. I know this man didn't just sit here and tell me about a tattoo that I have on the back of on the. Even if I had short sleeve shirts on, short sleeve shirt on, it's on the back of my arm.
And he said
And
her. So how would he know
yeah,
it was a woman and about the tattoo? I
yeah,
believe that there are some people that have those gifts, but it's a lot of people that are phonies, and they give
yeah.
the people that actually that do have those gifts a bad name. But yeah, TC said she was a pimp in your afterlife or in your next life. I
Let
want to
me
be a
see.
pimp.
Let me get
Yeah.
the rest of these. Let me see. No, B Town said the lights alone because one of the things that he did tell me, he said that B told me wanted him to let me know that she had been trying to talk to me in the house. That she would blink, flip the lights. She would make noises and all kind of stuff trying to get my attention. But she told him to tell I just would not pay attention, and that was one of the things. She messed with the lights, so
Yeah. My
Wow.
uncle.
Wow.
yeah,
He would mess with the lights in my aunt, my mom's identical twin. He didn't like my mom, but he was real close with her twin. And so
mm,
when he passed, um short, like not even 24 hours later, because she had a conversation with him and told him, well, if there is an afterlife, if there's a way you can give me a sign, if you could turn off the light off and on to let me know you're okay and that you're still alive, just in a different way now. And that like 24 hours after he passed, she got out of her car and then she locked the door and the inside of the car light came on by itself. And she called out to him and said, Luke, if that's you, turn it off and turn it back on. And he turned it off and it came back on, and then it started going on and off. And she said, "Okay, look, I know it's you now, but you're scaring me now. So can you stop?" And he stopped.
And Nadia said, one minute, Nadia said, folks will be like, those weights are dusty and they'll wipe you off. You don't want pine saw wiping you out. I didn't think about that because, yeah, they may put a little pine saw, mix a little pine saw with me.
Hello, Mickey. What your Mickey is so cute. Hey, Mickey, you so fine. You so fine. You blow my mind.
Fine, you
Hey,
blow my
Mickey.
mind. Hey, Mickey.
Hey, thank
I
you,
know that's right,
Joanna.
Slappy. What's going
Hey,
on, D-Cop? What's going on, Slappy
Hey,
the Slapster?
hey,
what up?
Into the
What up?
chat.
What up?
Well, I did want to just clarify. I was a pimp in my previous life.
Come on now.
And I was also told that I was in Chicago. I
Huh?
lived in Chicago and I had a nightlife. I was a nightlife person. And I was told that I had like a multiple, I was a man and I had a lot of women, but I got this one woman pregnant, right?
oh,
Oh,
And and because I knocked her up and I was going out with all the rest of that life, um, she has a vendetta against me in this life.
oh,
And that's the reason why I came as a female this time.
oh
Let me
my.
tell you something. People will come to you and tell you all kind of stuff. And
wow.
number one, I always dream of, like, I've always liked the Roaring 20s, like that Harlem, that
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis, that
Yeah.
Yeah.
jazz, that blues era. I live for that. I feel like I was detached from that, and I was just cloned here to put in for a reason, but I feel so connected to that era. And so
Mm.
when they said that,
Oh,
I was like, wow, you know? And
yeah.
then of course the being a man, I mean, I could, being with all kind of people, stuff like that. I mean, so you you resonate with some things, and you're like, how do these people know? Just like D-Cop, the man that came over to you, how did he know about the tattoo? That, and like Slappy said, how did he know it was a wife? He could have said a husband, your husband. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
there is credence there, and there are folks that are blessed with gifts that really follow through with those gifts. Of course, we have shysters everywhere. However, we have to be able to filter through the crap, and that's knowing
Mm-hmm.
yourself, knowing know thyself, and thyself be true. Um, but
That's
I
right.
do want to say, and huh?
Oh, I said that's right. Oh, and Joanna said, "Can she please come up?"
Yeah. I just put a message there. Will Joanne, you can come up uh, after I read the stories. Okay.
Oh, I did want to just share the
Go
story
ahead.
when that happened to me in North Carolina real quick. I don't know if you all know about the penny candies that we used to have back in the day, like the Fishies, Mike and Ike's, those
Mm-hmm.
caramel candies and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I
Yeah.
was in college at A&T, there was one place that had all those, like, where I could get, like, from the bodega in New York or something, and that was old this old gasoline place, and it was owned by Ku Klux Klan members, right?
Oh.
But for whatever reason, they had all the good candy, right? So we all knew, listen, as students, we all knew not to go to that place. Don't stop at that place at night. Only stop at that place during the day, because at night you just don't know. But during the day, it was all good, right? Okay. So this one particular night is finals. I'm like, well, look, I need candy. I need myself a Pepsi, and I need me a Kit Kat. It, that was my devil candy, and that was the stuff that would keep me up 24 hours, making through tests and everything. I went to this place as I was going home, and I went to this place at night. It was about maybe 8 or 9 o'clock. And I said, I gotta get this because I gotta stay up all night. So I stopped. And then there was this truck behind me, right? A truck full of, young white boys. So I pulled in, I get out. They get out.
Ooh.
Then I walk into the place. Now, the old white man that owns the place, he saw me coming in. And all of a sudden, the white guys beeline back to their truck and sped off. And I'm thinking to myself, in my mind, in my head, young boys, you know how young boys are. They get in the car, they get out the car, they showing off, trying to be noisy and stuff, right?
Mhm.
So I go inside, and the white man he says, now you're not supposed to be around here. What are you doing here? And I says, I need this candy. I got tests, blah, blah, blah. So he says, but you and your friends got out. When you and your friends got out the car, you scared those white boys. I said, what friends? I don't have anybody with me. It's just me. And then he said, no. I saw you and your friends. They came out the car with you.
Oh.
I was like, sir, it's just me. I swear to you, I'm really a solo person. Like, it's just me. He was like, you can't tell me. I saw those people and you and your friends come out of the car. That's why them white boys sped away.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I said, well, listen, if you saw some friends of mine, then they were my friends, obviously. He said, because I'm going to tell you something. He said, this white man said, those boys were up to no good. He said, now you get this candy, you get on out of here, and you get home. You understand?
Wow.
And I was like, what? And he like, when I go home, when I go to North Carolina, I always go to see him. He's 87 years old. And he says to me, he says, you still got your friends. And I was like, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
You see, sometimes people see things about you on you that you don't see yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just say, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good.
Amen.
Lord knows I don't have a whole bunch of people in my car because they can't pay. If they can't pay for gas, they're not getting in my car. Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, I just wanted to say that, and I just wanted to just chime in because it's really, that whole talking is a lot, and it's very interesting, and we all have stories of some sort, and oftentimes I know a lot of people get freaky about it, but don't get freaky because there is some credence to it. For those that love you, don't get it twisted. There's the other side. Then it has to be both sides. There are both sides. But for those people that love you, they with you for real, for real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna scare you. You might not even know it. They may have somebody else bring it to your attention, but they love you enough because they don't want you to be scared. So you might not know it, but they'll let somebody else tell you in a particular way that you can receive it without tripping out and going through, having falling out and stuff.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I guess that was my way. Yeah, I guess that was my way for this man that I know he knew nothing about the tattoo. I was blown away. And then when he told me about the lights and stuff, I was still that tattoo got me. And I told my dad, and he was like, "You believe in that stuff? We don't believe in that. That's the devil." I said, "What? the devil. I said, how you tell me how did that man know I had a tattoo on the back of my arm?
Right, right.
And he couldn't tell me. He must have seen it. I said, I just told you I had a long sleeve sweatshirt on. It was cold. I said, no parts of my arm. He didn't see any parts of my arm. How could he tell? How did he tell me that about a tattoo he didn't see? How did he know?
Right.
Yeah. And so after that, um, I've changed. I believe it because no way. And then I start, and I pay attention, around the house. Hey, Ken,
What's in it? I
around
can't.
the house. Uh, he's not on his. Him and Joanna is on together. Um, and so I would see. It's like a shadow, but it's
Mm.
more like it's not a shadow. It's like a black silhouette or something, and it goes by like really fast, and
Mm-hmm.
that scared me. That scared me every time it happened because I turn and I go looking through the house because it would like be going down one of the hallways. Yeah, that scared me. Uh, but the rest of it, yeah, yeah. And actually, seeing um, B's spirit leave her body,
Mm-hmm.
now
Mm-hmm.
that was
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
really. I mean,
Mm.
I screamed
That
and
is
yelled
amazing.
because I didn't know what it was. I was scared. I thought she was dying right then as we was taking her out to shower, but it wasn't. My dad told me that it was her spirit leaving her body, and
Oh,
uh,
wow.
and then he told me. He said, "Now," he told my sister, "Now you need to tell her that she will not speak again. She will not walk. She will not eat nothing." And she didn't.
Wow.
After her spirit left, she was just a shell. That that's it. Just the shell. Yeah. So that was
Wow.
yeah. Um,
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me come up. I'll get down so you can read.
all
Um,
right. Yeah, I'm
but
gonna read
yeah,
it.
Joanna. Yeah. After you're done reading or whatever,
Yeah.
if Joanna
You-
wants to say hi to me up here, I'll
all
come up.
right. All right. All right. Yeah. She can come up when I read my stories here.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you
Bye,
Yes.
so
All right.
sweetie.
And
I'll
thank
see
you.
y'all in the
thank
chat.
you.
All
Yes.
righty.
See you in the chat. Thank you, D Cop.
Oh, no problem.
And
No
thank
problem.
you.
All right.
Peace.
All right. So I'm gonna read. This story is by, let's see, Becky Tito. Becky um, was a really hilarious woman with some far red hair. So she was a ball of fun. Uh, okay, here it goes. It's called Hope, Hope, Hooray. That's the title of her story. Um, I I love the picture of the Chinese philosopher who rode the donkey backwards because he liked to think of where he had been instead of seeing where he was going. It makes me smile. I don't want to live in the past, but I do believe I can learn from it. Learning is a lifetime goal of mine. Looking back, the year 2002 grabs my attention. It began with a meditation date to end a 41-year marriage. It was one of the longest days of my life. I drove home in the rain and dark. I felt as though my life would never be the same. The meditation attorney told us mediation. I said meditation. I'm sorry. Um, the mediation attorney told us at the beginning You're not going to like what I'm going to do. But if you don't go along with it, the judge will take a hatchet to your belongings. Driving home, I didn't think the judge could have done anything that would have hurt any more than this day had. The divorce was final on February 27, 2002. Looking back on that year, I see the spring, summer, fall, and fall months filled with work on my dissertation, Adjustment to Life as a Single Woman, and ministry. I was doing retreats, speaking to groups of women, and looking forward to the holidays. Our Thanksgiving week was a crisis time. My granddaughter had a particularly acute asthma attack. We had 4 doctor's visits, breathing treatments, and medications. Thankfully, she made it through. I just knew Christmas would be better. It had to be. On Monday, December 2002, I drove to the seminary to turn in my dissertation, feeling like a weight had been lifted off of me. Okay. Uh, a couple of days later, I was aware of a dull stomach ache. I had a speaking engagement on Thursday, December 5th, and somehow I kept it. I kept it. On Friday, a nurse friend insisted I call an internist. They had just had a cancellation, and I was told to come in. My doctor examined me, shook his head, and said, "I think it's um, now." Every time I pronounce this word wrong, I pronounce it tuberculosis. Tuberculosis. What is it? Tuberculosis. Where's Lena? I think she probably can pronounce it. Okay, so I call it tuberculosis. But but I want you to come back this afternoon for a scan. I drove home thinking, this is awful. I'll no longer be able to eat Mexican food. I took the antibiotic he prescribed over the weekend and waited for his call Monday morning. I even called his office and left his nurse a message. Call me with my report, please, so I can get on with my life. I had such plans to immerse myself into ministering to women. That had been my dream. That had been my goal for 14 years of seminary. Now that I was through with school, I could get on with my plans. My doctor did call at lunchtime. He began by saying how sorry he was. Becky, I am so sorry. I am so surprised. It's lymphnoma. Lymphnoma, I think it is what it's called. Yeah. Okay. I felt that I must have misunderstood. Lymphnoma? He said he'd already talked to a radiologist. We needed a needle biopsy. To get into my insurance network meant I'll be going to Baylor. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't thank God for Baylor. The care I have gotten there is unsurpassed. When I was in nursing school many years ago, I'd done a rotation at Baylor. One of my first patients had advanced breast cancer. I cried all the way home that night. I had seen cancer, and it was cruel and harsh and relentless. On December 23rd, 2002, my daughter and I drove to the surgical oncologist's office to get the results of my biopsy done a week later. It is not lymphoma, but it is cancer. We have to figure out why your lymph system went berserk. We need to know whether it's coming from your breast, uterus, or lungs. I've already called the medical oncologist's office. Take your records to him and make an appointment. 2002 was ending with a bang. Divorce, dissertation, doctorate degree, and now a diagnosis of cancer. Oh, that's okay, Love Blake. Hey, Love Blake. The appointment was made for 2 weeks later. The holidays had everyone's attention, everyone's except mine. I went to the medical oncologist's office on January 7, 2003. He said I was a perfect candidate for an oral chemo for breast cancer. God intervened and put me with the head of the gynecologist oncology department. That's a mouthful. Thank God. Dr. Alan Stringer is the most amazing clinician and yet the most compassionate physician one could ever have on earth. Here it is February 2007. I'm entering my fifth year of nonstop chemotherapy. I first had carbot- carbotaxin. The side effects were a bit rough, so we switched to carbo alone and almost 2 years. I remember lots of chewing feathers days. Then I had Taxol weekly for 11 months. I've been on Doxil for 10 months, but my doctor said he thought we had milked it for all it was worth. My doc said, I have been chomping at the bit to get you back on platinum. He is the captain of my ship, and I am sailing. Tomorrow, I will have my first treatment of this is a topoxin. Okay. My labs continue to be good. My recent CA125 showed an increase from the previous month. Um, Usually, I talk about the test. Uh, the CA125 is the test that you take to find out if you have ovarian cancer. The one for the test you take for breast cancer is, I think it's called BRAC1, and the BRAC2 is for the genes to see if you have the genes for breast cancer. So CA125 is for ovarian cancer. BRAC1 is for breast cancer. BRAC2 is to see if you have the genes for breast cancer. Okay, let's see. Find my place. Wow. Okay. Da, da, da. Okay. My recent CA125 showed an increase from the previous month. It has been itching up for 6 months, going from 27 in September 2006 to 40 in February 2007. At my latest doctor's visit, I asked if my disease had progressed the way he had expected. I am disappointed we didn't get to do surgery, but I never expected you to be so durable. I have now had 100 plus chemo treatments. Ooh, that's a lot of chemo. I had no idea how much time I would have. No one does. But early on, I made the decision not to spend whatever time I have in front of a computer doing research. I have chosen instead to be involved with my family, friends, and neighbors. Relationships are a priority to me. I found they take time. Although I am a people person, I have found I need time alone. Solitude has been one of the greatest gifts. I have journaled for 27 years. It is a great comfort to me. Needless to say, I have many spirals. I hope they will one day bring comfort to my family. My journals are a record of God's faithfulness to me. He has heard and answered every prayer. Maybe not in the way I would have wanted, but his way, the best way. Whataburgers also comfort me. I screech through and laugh when the lady says, "Where have you been?" I have also built a nap into my daily routine. Last summer, when I went for chemo, I took a purple ribbon. I tied it on my chemo pole. My nurse asked, "What in the world are you doing?" We behave based on who and what we believe. I believe God had provided chemo as a way of keeping me here to accomplish his purpose. So I said, I am making a statement. Chemo is a gift of God to me. She kept the bow, saying others wanted to put it on their pole too. I believe God has a plan, and cancer is not going to change it or him. Cancer has changed me in many ways. I would not have chosen this for all the money in the world, but I would not take anything for what cancer has taught me and the incredible people I have met. God does indeed work all things together for the good of those who love him. When I was diagnosed in 2003, one of the goodest, she said goodest, yes, she said goodest. One of the goodest things God did was to put in the hearts of my 35-year-old daughter and 10-year-old granddaughter the idea that they needed to move in to take care of me. They did move in with me after a few chemo treatments. God has seen fit to put my daughter through graduate school. She is now a principal. She saw to it that my granddaughter was diagnosed and fitted for a brace for scoliosis. She wore the brace for 2 years. When it went on in when it went on in 2004, my prayer was that I would be here to see it come off. It did in 2006. God has enabled me to drive myself to my doctor's appointments, tests, scans, treatments. At the age of 67, I now find myself up before the roosters crow, making breakfast, packing the school lunch, and in the carpool line. I also find myself dyeing Easter eggs, carving pumpkins, putting out cookies for Santa, planning extravagant teenager birthday parties, and buying lots of hair products, though I have none. Our home is filled with the sound of teenage girls. We even have sleepovers, though I'm not sure who came up with that name. God willing, I will baptize my granddaughter Easter 2007 in my friend's pool. Looking back, I'm reminded that I have not and am not going to face anything that is bigger than God. All I have needed his hand, all I have needed his hand has provided. He is worthy of my trust. I've also learned the enormous value of walking closely with others on this road. A support group is essential. Research proves that those in a group do better emotionally and physically. If you do not have one, start one. God will put it together, and you will be amazed at the variety, beauty, and the strength of the women. Their capacity to love one another, bear burdens, encourage, and inspire one another will profoundly affect the way you view life. At times, their thoughtfulness and kindness to one another will overwhelm you. Their ability to celebrate the good news and suffer when there's bad news will deeply touch your heart and soul. My circle of simply incredible sisters causes me to daily thank God for the way He has knit us together. Ovarian cancer has marinated me in mercy. I have been tenderized. I've always been a strong, able doer, doer, doer woman. In the past, I toted ladders, planted shrubs, painted, chalked, mowed, trimmed, and wallpapered. If it needed doing, I could do it. Now I'm learning the value of being still, listening instead of talking, giving thanks, being generous with the I love yous, thank yous, and I'm sorry's. I'm so thankful for these years of time with my family and friends. I never thought I'd see 5 Christmases or 5 birthdays. I celebrate every day. I've heard that life is understood backwards, but has to be lived forward. Looking back, it has been quite a journey. Looking forward, my eyes are wide open to the possibilities. I've heard when you think of the future, you either feel fear or hope. I am a hope, hooray person. In 1956, our little blonde cheerleaders taught us a yell. They told us we were all winners. We went all the way to state. That yell has stayed with me all these years. It goes like this: VI, VI, VICT, TO, TO, TORY. Victory, victory, yay. One of the first things Dr. Stringer told me was, Becky, it is not hopeless. I have a great physician on earth, and I have a great physician in heaven. Therefore, I have endless hope, and so do you. That was Becky's story. Uh, I did say, anybody have any questions? But let me go back to the beginning because I normally do these definitions and some notes that I always read before, usually before I read the stories. Uh, some of the ovarian cancer symptoms are bloating, swelling, tummy pain, backache, irregular cycle, fatigue, a feeling of fullness when eating. Um, I am going to learn how to pronounce that word. Tuberculosis. Tuberculosis. I call it that. Okay. Painful intercourse, constipation or diarrhea, indigestion, increased urination, lung issues, shortness of breath, chest pains because of fluid around your lungs, and pelvic pain. Those are some of the symptoms of ovarian cancer. The blood tests that I was telling y'all earlier for ovarian cancer, again, it's CA125, and what that is a protein marker. The test for breast cancer, it's BRAC1, that's for breast cancer, and the BRAC2 is the genes where they test and see if you have the genes for breast cancer. Usually, uh, usually um, if you have ovarian cancer, you can also um, have eventually have ovarian cancer, and vice versa. If you have breast cancer, uh, they will check you to see if you have ovarian cancer. So those two cancers. Let's see. Some of the tests that they will run on you to see if you have ovarian cancer. It could be an ultrasound, a CT scan, a sonogram, a PET scan, a transvaginal ultrasound, or pelvic exam plus the CA-125 plus the transvaginal ultrasound. Okay. And then the treatments for ovarian cancer is chemo or and radiation or trial drug program or all three of them. You can have all three of them. And then some of the statistics: 14,000 women die every year. Uh, this was at that time. I don't know now. That was in, I forgot what year it was, but it may be more, maybe less. Um, grade 3 is angry looking cells under a microscope, and it's abnormal. I guess this is a grade 3. Stage 4 cancer is when cancer has attached to your liver and the outside of your stomach. And then they said 63% of women will die from ovarian cancer. 5-year survival rate, 30%. Every 35 minutes, a woman died of ovarian cancer. And they, at this time, they say it was no early detection. Um, I guess if the, your symptoms and you go to the doctor, but uh, a lot of doctors then, when B was in 2007, uh, most of the time, the reason a lot of women um, end up being in stage 4 is because they cannot diagnose you correctly. So by the time that you go through those symptoms and you go to the doctor and you get them to listen what you're saying, um, and you get a sonogram or whatever, and then they find out that you have ovarian cancer. It's most of the time it's in stage 4 for most women. So you have to basically insist and force your doctors to give you that CA-125 test to know, find out if you have ovarian cancer. Let me see, can I find? I'll find one out the other book, and this is the other book uh, of the women. But the everybody that was here last time, I read a B's story. Let me find them. Okay. Uh, this story is by what was that? Carol Gardner. The title of her story is "When All the Magic Was Gone." It was Christmas morning of 2006, and we were going to Disneyland. What did I do? I do something. Okay, we were going to Disneyland. Santa left our grandchildren, their parents, my husband Larry, and me a trip to California for June 30th, 2007. My grandchildren were very excited. They began counting the days off to their Disney calendars when their dream would come true. What an incredibly magical world Walt Disney created for all ages to enjoy. We got up early to breakfast with Minnie and Tigger and Cinderella and Chip and Dale. We stayed up late to watch the fireworks. We walked to this and we walked to that to see Mickey and watch Pluto dance at the fire station. We tried not to leave anything out, but all good things must come to an end. We were headed home July 6th, remembering that magical place. Um, but I was back at work, doing errands, having lunch with family, and playing with my grandchildren. Some of the grandchildren took a week at a time to spend with Larry and me. I even had 5 children for a sleepover on Friday, June the 20th. Over the weekend, I began having discomfort in my stomach and my belly began swelling like I was pregnant. How would I know that my next trip would last much longer and I would not be filled with magic? On Monday, July 23rd, I called my internist after talking to her in her office. She sent me for a chest and stomach x ray. I returned to her office for the results. She told me that the x ray indicated I was impacted, which sometimes happens when you go on vacation. She then sent me to my gastro doctor, who prescribed an antibiotic and milk of magnesium. By Wednesday, I was more uncomfortable. This treatment was not working. A telephone call later, I had an appointment for a CT scan on Thursday, July 26th. In a telephone call that night, my doctor told me the scan showed I had cancer and fluid on my stomach. I was then a 63-year-old, healthy, I thought, woman who ate right, was full of energy, and had yearly checkups and a mammogram. Through the doctor's office, an appointment was made for me to see Dr. Carolyn Matthew, a oncologist at Baylor University Medical Center in Dallas, where all my doctors are located. She verified the cancer was ovarian stage 3C and admitted me to the hospital that day for a biopsy and a paracentesis. This was not a fun trip. A CA-125 is a simple blood test that should be included in the lab work you have done every year with physicals, but is not. Wait a minute, what is it? Uh, a CA-125, a simple blood test that should be included in the lab work you have done every year with physicals, but is not. Okay, basically, she's saying you should have a CA-125 done every year with your physicals, but it is not done. Um, and she said, I guess hers was 1859. That's really high. The normal range for your CA-125 is 0 to 35. So you see, hers was 1,859. That is sky high. I went home August the 2nd. How would how would I tell my precious grandchildren who love their mom Carol so much? Their parents did a beautiful job. I had lost so much weight. I had so little energy. On the day of on the day of their first visit, I got myself all together. They arrived with concerns, but most of all, hugs and kisses. We started talking a lot on the phone. They missed me, and I certainly missed them. My loving husband of 42 years was by my side all this time. Our daughter and son and his wife took shifts staying with me. Everything was happening so fast. Depression, fears of death, and the dark, and being alone, and claustrophobia. I was in trouble. I had read about a support group for ovarian cancer patients at Baylor, but I couldn't handle being around others who I thought would be feeling sorry for themselves and complaining. That's what I was doing. In August, I had 2 sessions of chemotherapy, carboplatin and Toxel, another parasynthesis, parasynthesis, and lab work. I never felt nausea after chemo, but for 5 or 6 days, I had no energy. I just sat around. My hair had begun to fall out, so my daughter came and shaved off the rest and told me I was beautiful. My son would pick me up and take me for lab work. One day we stopped at Ernie's um, a, a parents center looking for a wig. I knew I had found the right one when he wiggled his eyebrows and winked at me. My fears and anxieties were still there. In September, I found a counselor and began sessions. My CA 125 was now 686, and I had my third chemo treatment. My courage and hope grew when that CA 125 was going down. My family continued to support me and give me their love. My grandchildren drew me pictures and sent cards and happy books of love and kisses. One granddaughter loaned me one of her most precious possessions, a little stuffed animal called Patsy. She had selected this when she stopped sucking her thumb. Patsy was always close and went with me each time I had chemotherapy. My friends, both near and far, were incredible with cards, phone calls, visits, all being so positive. I had a CT scan and lab test with a CA 125 of 174, scheduled in early October 2007. When I arrived at Dr. Matthews' office on October the 10th, she told me that after looking at the scan, she knew it was time for surgery. Chemotherapy had loosened those Taliban cells. Surgery was scheduled for October 22nd. I spent the week in the hospital with the most remarkable staff. My surgery was successful. Larry always stayed at night. I didn't sleep much. I watched him fight that chair that turned into a bed. My children would come during the day. Having them with me and knowing how much they loved me got me through another phase. October 25th was my 64th birthday. I tried to get the doctors and staff to sing to me, but they didn't. However, they did have a hospital bake me a cake. I went home on Friday. Larry arranged to have a caregiver stay with me during the day while he was at work. That worked out great. I had chemotherapy number 4. My CA 125 was now 47. My November routine was much the same as the other months. My CA 125 was 11, and I had chemotherapy treatment number 5. My activities were planned around those days after chemo treatment number 6, when I knew I would feel better and have more energy. Santa Claus was coming to town. We went to see a Christmas play and had breakfast with Santa. My CA 125 was 5. We celebrated Christmas with family and friends. It was a good December. Happy New Year 2008. I had 2 chemo treatments to go. February, January and February came and went. I had chemo treatment number 7 and 8. My CA 125 was 3. No more chemo. Wow. Happiness is. I had made it. Larry and I, all the family celebrated. I had another CAT scan on March 18th. The results indicated complete resolution of all findings. My CA 125 was 2. I saw Dr. Matthews on April 29th. My CA 125 was 6. She was pleased. Larry and I was very happy. We had made this journey together and won. We took some trips. Our grandchildren spent some weeks with us when they went to soccer camp. I felt wonderful. My hair was growing back, and the children loved following the growth and patting me on the head. Those 3 months were great, but anticipation of my next lab test and doctor's visit never left me. That day, July 22nd, I arrived for lab work and then went to Dr. Matthews' office. My CA 125 was 105. The cancer had come back. Larry was with me. We hugged and cried together. After a while, Dr. Matthews discussed options and treatment. I was a candidate for a research study being done at the Mary Crowley Research Center at Baylor. We saw the nurse that day and made an appointment to return. We had planned a cruise to celebrate. We made the trip, but there was a dark cloud over us. This side of the cloud was very dark. I couldn't quite see around it till I smiled a bit and looked under it, and there was the sun. I found it. That was by Ruth Gilpin. I was hoping she remained in the remission. I know. Um, my appointment was August the 6th with lab work. My CA 125 was now 134. A CT scan and an appointment with Dr. Matthews to follow. Larry and I went to Mary Crowley Research Center on August the 12th to begin some tests. I had the BRCA analysis, and that's a blood test to determine if you carry the gene that puts you at risk for ovarian and or breast cancer. I tested this gift to give to my children and grandchildren. Doxil is my drug to be given monthly and weekly labs. My CA 125 climbed to 373. Before it started to count, before it started to decline, it is now 172 and stable. Stable is a good word. Each month of stable counts as a month advancing research and treatments. Remember that ovarian support group. Remember that ovarian support group I spoke of earlier? Well, I tracked them down one Monday morning in August. I saw two ladies talking. I knocked on the door. They turned and I said, "May I be a member of your group?" One screamed with excitement and both smiled and welcomed me. One day, a few months earlier, during one of my chemo treatments, a nice lady came by. She stopped and smiled and told me about a group of ladies with ovarian cancer who had written a book called Torch. That's this book right there, uh, called Torch, Tales of Remarkable Courage and Hope. She gave me a copy. At the time, I was having problems with depression, so Larry said that he would read it first. It was sometime before I read these incredible stories. This book is why I needed these ladies. There is no feeling sorry for yourself or complaining, just lots of support, understanding, and sharing. Dr. Carolyn Matthews has been with me on my cancer journey. She has so much expertise and caring. I believe, and as my friend Becky says, I have endless hope. There's no magic in this trip of mine, but I will say I'm doing fine in '09. No woman deserves this agony and pain, this suffering and this strain. So I have a wish, if you please, that a cure will be found soon for this terrible disease. And that is Carol Gardner's, that is her story. Any any questions? Any questions? Anybody? Uh, read y'all those two. I don't know. Keep y'all too long. Anybody? Y'all didn't fall asleep, did you? No. I know Mickey didn't. Mickey was into it. Mickey said, I was hoping she stayed in remission. I know it. And these ladies like Becky and Carol Gardner, these ladies was like they had been fighting. You enjoyed it, OB Town. Oh, okay. They actually have been fighting with ovarian cancer for 20 years. So can you imagine? You know, B only had it for 7 years. I mean, she lived 7 years, which she fought for 7 years. But to I can't imagine fighting. Being in remission and you know being in the hospital, having different surgeries because of it, and having to get fluid taken, taken off of your stomach because B did, and quite a few of the women did, because I don't know why you get this fluid on your stomach and you look pregnant, like they said. Um, but 20 years of it, oh man, I just can't imagine 20 years. And the 7 years be fought and hospitalized and surgery and chemo. Uh, that 7 years was hell. So I can't imagine these women, 20 years. Some of them was 22 years and 25 years off and on. Never. I mean, they went on cruises and went on vacations, but when it was time, time to come back, or when it's time to go and get your labs done, that's when you get the butterflies and you get nervous because you don't know if your CA-125 is up or down. I mean, it's not like um, you get it. If your CA-125 is high, you get a headache or something. It's not like that. You just don't know until you go in and they draw your labs, and then you have to you have your appointment with your doctor, and then she tells you what your CA-125 is. That's hell. That that is that's hell. So I don't know now, but I sure hope that ovarian cancer treatment is a whole hell of a lot better and than it was back then, and even would be. I think it was somebody that was in the chat had told us that it was, we figured it would get more advanced as the years go by, but um, I just hope. No, she did. I think that was Yolanda. It may have been Yolanda. I think had said that they don't now they don't misdiagnose you like they did with B and all the other women, because the some of the symptoms are like what where they thought it was indigestion and What else? Acid reflux and stuff like that. They misdiagnosed many women, um, to the point that they lost their lives. Lost hers from being misdiagnosed for what 4 to 6 months. That's that can determine life or death. So yeah, so you know, I enjoy. Um, but I had a front row seat at the support group, and I can tell you, those ladies had fun. They enjoyed life. It wasn't like I thought, because I didn't want to go. Would be when she decided she would go, but she thought the same thing that the other lady. She thought it was just a bunch of women sitting around and feeling sorry for themselves, crying and snotting and telling stories, but it wasn't that. And it helped her. It helped me um, a hell of a lot to be able to you know go through the easy journey with ovarian cancer. So yeah. I know Slappy say her was it was it your grandmother or somebody you said had breast cancer, but I don't think I don't know, I can't remember if there's anybody else um, in the chat that had somebody that had breast cancer or ovarian cancer. Yeah, Slappy. Okay, yeah, but yeah, so it's definitely it's a journey. It was a journey for me, but it was a hell of a worse journey for the person that has it. But I enjoyed reading y'all the stories, and sorry it took me. I started out reading, and then I had, you know, uh, I hadn't read because I had my little what side it's on. Had my little head banging thing, but I plan on coming back and reading a couple stories every night that I come on, 2 or 3, however long y'all can sit and listen. Some of the stories are long. Uh, some of those women. I mean, I guess if they've had ovarian cancer for 20 years, I guess they got a lot to say. They got a lot of good stuff to tell you. You know how it affected their life, because some of them tell you about their life, a little about their life before they got the bad news. So yeah. Nobody have anything else to say? If not, we can. You want to talk about anything else? Um, we can do that. We don't. It don't always have to be the sad stories, but those are just I mean, just necessary, and I know y'all know it. Because a lot of people didn't know, different stuff about ovarian cancer. I didn't either. I learned as I went along with B. My uncle died from HIN. Oh, maybe HIV, AIDS. Then he caught skin cancer and passed. It was so fast. Oh, really? Slappy. Oh, sorry to hear that. Mm. Oh, he caught skin cancer. I, what, a double whammy, huh? I guess it did. I guess it would take you out fast. Mm-mm. Wow. Mm-mm. So Mickey, how you been doing? Mickey say still here. I know Mickey gonna be there. He liked to hear these stories. They are. Sometimes I sit and I read through the whole book, even though I've read these books um, over and over and over. But it's like the stories they always seem to be new when I read them. They're good, yeah, Mickey. I know. Yeah, you you learn something. You learn something, and yeah, I know Becky passed away before B did. I think she passed away maybe a year or close to a year before B did. Um, and Carol Gardner, the other one story that I read, she did pass away. It's quite a few of them that has passed away now. Yeah, and now there's one that I don't know, and it was the one that I was telling you about. She was I think she was 80 years old, the black woman that loved to tell jokes. Yeah, that's all she did was tell jokes. I don't know if she's still alive. She was the last time I know, and she was 80, and she got around. She got around good. Yeah, I just wonder if she's still here with us. But yeah, it's okay. Hmm. I'm well, Deacon. Good, Mickey. I'm glad to hear that. You say leave my head alone. Yeah, it's itching, you know. Mhm. And so I try and just do that around it, so I won't, because it's starting to heal. I just can't wait to get a haircut so it can be even. I look kind of crazy. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Well, I guess I am not gonna hold y'all because ain't no telling. I want to go and see who I've seen. I know y'all seen. I know what you say. No, I don't. No, you don't. Oh my goodness. And I guess well, I got to stop that, but it. Thank you. Yeah, it made his skin really dark, almost black, but he had big pink blotches all over his body. It had me scared. Yeah, I bet. Wow. Skin cancer. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody with skin cancer. If I did, I didn't know what it was. Girl, Brian and ZX going at it. Oh, okay, girl. I didn't get to see his camera slip, and but I'm going to look at that picture because I told it was at a couple of places I can go and check it out. And then I didn't get to see. Hey, Jason, what's going on? It's still up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got to see that picture. Mister, all the women love me. Oh my goodness! Yeah, we was laughing on my my other video, the one Hester blocked my main page. She blocked your main page. How can you tell? How can you tell who blocked? Who blocked? I didn't know you was blocked. She said when. Unless she accidentally did it. Yeah, I didn't know you was blocked. I know last time I seen you was last time you was over here. I don't know when it was. Yeah, okay. I'll have to go and check you out. Check it out, Jason. I didn't know it. She probably didn't know it either. She talking about when. So what's going on, Jason? Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna let y'all go because I know y'all want to. If Brian and ZX are going at it, where you cutting? Oh, she said. She said, "Was you cutting up, Jason?" Good child. This. Uh, I don't know why I said that. I sounded just like you are in danger. I'm in danger, Jason. Me or Big Tap. I'm in danger. Yeah, I'm in danger. You see these staples in my head. I was already in danger. Oh, check your comment. Oh, okay. All right, Jason. I will. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you warned me. I sure appreciate you. Yeah. Uh, look, look, like I forgot you. You was quiet. You must have been over there looking at Brian and ZX. Oh, yeah, okay, Jason. I'll definitely check it out. Mm-mm-mm. I'm in danger. Well, I'm gonna have to. I got enough firepower over here, and I'll walk around in the house with my firepower on my hip, with my boxes on. No, you good. Uh-huh. Shoot. I ain't gonna get hit again. That's it. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Slappy. All right, well, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all get on over there. That makes your hips grind. What do Jason, what makes your hips grind? ZXO nasty 1920 1923 pimp. Yeah, he think he pimp daddy. What's live? Oh, I loved like that for too long. Oh, yeah. A heavy gun on your waist. Oh yeah. Yeah. But I don't carry the I won't put the heavy one on because I got the 45, but I'll put one of the other three on. But carried one for 22 years. That's probably why my back is bad. Hey, look, like, what you doing? Is she still here? Yeah, Jason. Yeah, that most police officers end up having either neck issues, neck issues, back issues, or hip. Yeah, hip pain. from carrying those weapons and all that equipment on my belt for all those years and years and years. And the doctor told me I had the neck of a 90-year-old from carrying all that stuff. I tried shoulder, hip, everything. Oh no, I still it all hurts after 5 hours. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then if it's already bad, it hurts. It was one particular time I don't know what it was. Yeah, it was right where your leg and your hip connect. As I step every time that I would down, step down on my foot, it shoot pain. I mean, oh, it was bad. I had to go to the doctor for that. YouTube justice upon who's in danger and in danger from who. If I, I shouldn't, I can't be in any more danger than I was, huh? Well, yeah, I guess I could be. mm, 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 no, look at it. I put my arm up. You see that bruise? I didn't even. You still are. Oh, yeah, probably so. But I tell you one thing. Uh, Face to face, you know, don't catch me from behind. You get me, you got me. They got me from behind. I was pistol whipped and left for dead once. Oh, really? I know what you dealt with. Yeah. And I have migraines as it is. Say, of all things to get hit in your head when you already suffer with bad migraines. Wow. Yeah. Ooh, I didn't know you got pistol whipped. He was waiting. Waiting on you? Well, oh, waiting on me, yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, I know I got hit in the head with that pipe. I, it was like my head was a tire that just had popped because it went. How you know Jason? Mm. Yep. Thought I had a flat tire. Uh, and it and he took nothing after he incapacitated. Nope, that was not a robber. Not, I mean, they didn't try to take none unless they was scared I was going to turn into the Incredible Hulk and shoot. Mm-mm. Nope. Now she waiting. Who waited? Who waiting? B Town. Yeah. Uh, it must be. Yeah, it must be. Brian must be good because Honest Row. Honest Row is hilarious. That was not normal for your air. No, it wasn't. Right department. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Like I said, it's quiet where I live, and mostly older people. Your wig, you wig your fire on your hip. Oh, you wear your fire on your hip. Me? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm walking around in the house, I will. But I just got caught coming out the garage. I didn't have it on my hip. It was in my bag. This was very deliberate. He did that and left. Yeah, it was strange. I mean, the hell, I couldn't see, and I damn sure couldn't chase you. Yep, crimes like this always happens this time of the year. Yeah, but you sure didn't get nothing. Make sure you didn't have a shot at him. Remove the camera set up. Yeah, because I had the cameras on at the front of my house. I didn't at the back, but I'm going to get some cameras. Nadia told me about Amazon, so I think he was still alive and feeling better. Yeah, I think. Yeah, definitely. When they told me that I was lucky to have still been here in the land of the living, and that's when it set in. Because at first I was just thinking, okay, I got my head bopped, but when they said that, I was got starting feeling a little funny. But talking about, I'm lucky to still be here. Do you try to take it? No. Mm-mm. So yeah. Hey, Mickey Zaddy, slap it. Yeah, don't slap me so good. Near the camera said, "House and win. He could get shot. Yeah, if he came in the house, he was gonna get shot. They would be taking him out in the body bag. Yeah, most definitely. Well, I better go look and see what you're talking about, Jason. Yeah, well, I'm still here. Like I said, I'm glad. I guess I'm glad I got that hard head. I didn't know I have such a hard head. Make sure you never got to shoot him. Oh yeah, yeah. Because if I would have had my gun, he would have been laid out not far from me. Our blood would have been running together. Because I had plenty. Mm, yep. Okay. Clubbed me from behind. Yep. They're- they all know I got the power. Yep. Now I got to put me some more cameras around my house and the back with the garage. Like Rhonda said, she gonna send folks to my tree house. What? To get me? They won't leave the way they came. Hello, somebody. I know that's right. Mm-hmm. He attempted to take nothing. No, Jason, ain't nothing. My car, nothing. Money, no, nothing. That's like you talking about old drunk Rhonda. I don't know her name. I just know she be drunk all the time. She gonna send some folks to your treehouse to get you. I guess somebody must have sent somebody to my treehouse. Yeah, it's a different thing when they sneak up behind you and get you. Oh, okay. That woman, that poor woman. Is- is she kind of is she kind of slow? He knew your entire everything. Yeah, yeah. Well, that lady is a trip. Yes, she is. She, his goal was assault. Yeah, and indeed, believe me, yeah, he did it. He didn't knock me down. I didn't go all the way down, but oh, she had a stroke. I knew something was wrong with her. I didn't fall to the ground or anything, but there was no way I could run. That's for sure. That's what punks do. They jump folks, attack from behind. Yep, this is planned with precision. Yeah, they got me. I don't know if they planned on uh, trying to take me out or hit me across the head with that damn pipe. I guess they did plan on taking me out. This was not a punk. So, mm-mm. Still have to ha- take damn medicine because sometimes I get my headache. Ugh, he was highly motivated. He sure was. Rhonda was on camera and had a stretched out cami on, no bra, long tentacle bitties. Haven't said. No, she did. Was in on it. Love like say she believed B Town was in on it. He avoided risk carefully. And he knew every single risk. Yeah, because the people around here, um, it's quiet. I mean, like I said, they're older people. Um, they stay in the house and didn't didn't hear or see nothing. Um, I mean, I wasn't yelling or screaming or hollering, help, help, help. Um, so, and I guess they would know. Oh, Blake, no, I would have took the car. Victor would say she would took my car. Getting shot, seeing no photograph. Yeah, yep, yeah, Jason. Hmm. Definitely. So yeah, it was crazy. But I'm still here in the land of the living. I was ready at the right door. Time working in here. You learn to take. This isn't hard to you. Oh, oh yeah. I mean, because I mean, most everybody know that I carry a weapon. I walk outside. Be outside with my gun. You know, when but when I'm going to get him, you know, going to the garage and open the garage um, and then I get hit from behind. Well, yeah, they didn't. They had to be waiting, for, waiting for me. Yeah, so it's crazy. I got you, Jason. Uh, I got you. Believe me, I got you. Hmm. Or no, you don't. No, they don't have to explain. I know what you. I know what you're saying. Hmm. Yeah, they didn't just say, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna get this house right here. Mm, yeah, it's okay. Wait, and I'm just waiting to get these staples out. Sounds like someone set you up, or he wanted to get you room with someone in that house. You need floodlights. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have cameras on the front. So and I need a dog. I have three, but they're not gonna do it. Not you see my little dogs. Yeah, they ain't gonna do no but sound big. Hmm. Yep. So I'm trying to think if I well it wasn't nighttime. Yeah, it was a nighttime, so the lights wouldn't have helped anyway. The lights wouldn't have did any good. It was daylight. You need one outside. Oh, talking about a dog outside. Dog outside. Let's see, yeah, yeah. It was broad daylight. If it was nighttime, I would have had my gun on my hip. But I normally don't go. Very seldom do I go anywhere at night. Oh yeah, yeah, because my power is stays sleeps in the bed with me. One on the left hand side, one on the right hand side. Or I get the biggest one and put in bed with me. Hmm. Yep. Uh, But believe me, they come up in here. They ain't leaving the same way. I'm like Slappy. They ain't leaving the same way. They come up in here. No, you can't take them while I'm out. What? While I'm knocked out? Eh, he didn't knock me out the first time. He ain't gonna knock me out. He sure ain't gonna knock me out in my house. Not inside. They can come on. I, I, they don't catch me off guard. Not in my house thing. But they gonna be sadly mistaken. They come inside. It's too much of a deterrent. Besides, it's too much of a deterrent. Yeah, I'm. I'll be sitting here waiting. This is way too not random. Yeah, not be jumping. No, they ain't gonna jump me. I've had too many of them say that they would have to tell me I would have. This guy told me I would have to shoot you. I wouldn't. There's no way I'll fight you. Hmm. So yeah, well, I know one thing. They better they they got me from behind, but they ain't gonna get me from the front. It ain't gonna be so easy. And the show is not gonna come in my house and no, it's gonna be a different story. Normal criminal people look for easy victims, and they take stuff. Yeah, I guess they could have stole my car if they wanted something or money. But no, yeah, I guess they figured get the let me get the hell away from here. They broad daylight, crazy, crazy. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Good. Like I said, I have to go out to take trash out, and if I got on my boxes and on my socks, I'm gonna, y'all seen that new belt that I bought? They advertise it. You can put that belt on with anything. You can put that belt on with some leggings. You'll be paranoid. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm not. It's not like I'm not paranoid. I mean, I got to be a little bit paranoid to walk around in my house with my gun belt on, in my holster, in my gun, with some boxes on. The crazy shit I've heard on YouTube last. Yeah, I know, Jason. It is. But I got that new belt, and that belt, you can put that belt on with anything. If I tell you, you can put it on. I was walking around the house with my boxes on and that belt with with that holster, my new holster, and my gun. Has an issue with the sure. Um, yeah, could be. But I mean, that could be if they whack my head. I guess they do. But yeah, it'll. Well, I'm glad my head will heal up. But they better not think it's gonna be that easy next time. I can probably tell you about cameras. Okay. All right, Jay. Oh, okay, Jason. Yeah, I need some good camera. Did y'all see ZT without? I mean ZX without his top teeth? Yeah, they say he had a camera slip. What was that last night? I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it. He could have a gun next time. Well, yeah, could most definitely could. But I'm definitely gonna have mine. And this time it's go when I go out the garage now. I have my gun on my hip, on my holster on my hip. Yeah, Love Blake, did you see it? I bet you was laughing. Yeah, yeah, but I was telling Miss Dubby that her what happened to her with her being in bed. That's the worst way to get um, get your front door kicked in and you in bed. I now that being paranoid. I would most definitely I'd be really paranoid. I don't, that would really shake me. Uh, we just gonna have a shootout if you have a gun next time. Yes, they got her good. Yeah, and whew, and they beat her in the face, didn't? I just can't. Mm, well, I'm gonna I'm gonna be ready. There'll be new her attackers. Yeah, yeah. I knew she had said that she knew him, but it was still it's still scary just for somebody to kick your door in and you in bed, and then they took her clothes off. Yeah. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming by. Yeah. uh, Love Lake, did you see Honest Row? He probably talking about ZX, but I just seen his picture. He is hilarious. Um, he's hilarious, especially when he do his news. This is Honest Row. I got to practice it. I used to go get it. Yeah, welcome, Sarah. Yeah. So I don't know. I got to get my. I got to watch. Be right back. Yeah, I'm supposed to get these out, taken out on the 24th. That's 2 days from now. But hey, when is Thanksgiving? Is Thanksgiving on the 24th? I'm probably gonna have to wait till after Thanksgiving to get them taken out because I don't think nothing to be uh, open to go. Well, maybe the hospitals is open. I don't know, but I may just wait till after Thanksgiving. I don't think I'll try to go on Thanksgiving to get these staples taken out. Sitting up in the emergency room trying to get staples taken out of my head. But, yeah, yeah. But I appreciate y'all coming and listen to the stories. And let y'all go. Let y'all go and do whatever y'all got to do. Check and see what's going on in the YouTube streets. But I just want to say I appreciate y'all coming. Everybody that came, Love Lake and B Town. Jason, thank you for coming. Come chatting with me. Um, TC, Slappy, Mickey, Lena. Who else came? Let's see. Y'all know I don't want to miss them. I said Slappy. That's funny. I didn't know Slappy was into it with Rhonda. Slappy say Rhonda said she was gonna send somebody to her treehouse. Oh my goodness. Poor Slappy. They gonna come to the treehouse. Now you know that's bad. They gonna come to the treehouse. Oh my goodness. Nadia. Yeah, Nadia. And who else? Was somebody else. The, oh, Slappy. This is Slappy gonna get it. They gonna come knocking on her treehouse. Yeah, Joanna, TC. Maybe Joanna of Victoria. Did Jay Wilson go live? Cause you know I know he gonna laugh and make fun of ZX in his ball mouth. Oh, bench thinker, thank you for coming by. And anybody that was in the clouds, I don't know if this the tracker it tell you how many people it's in the, I guess, in the chat or in the sky or whatever. Um, it looked like it's not working. It showed three people in here, and I was looking at what's his name, Stomp Downs and Jay Wilson's too, and it don't look like his. I don't know if it's not working because he can't. All right, Love Lake, you have a good one. Someone hacked me. I can't. Oh, somebody hacked you. Someone hacked me. I can't come on screen. It says the host would like for me to sign in, but anyway, take care. Okay. All right, Sarah. You have a good one. Somebody hacked you. Oh, or you take care. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here anyway. And let the people go so they can hit the YouTube streets, and I can go check out a video or so, see what's going on. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love Blake, I see you in the streets somewhere. You in B Town. Bye, Mickey. Mickey. Jason got to tell me about them cameras he talking about.